where I think there's this initiative that everybody needs to speak about, and the initiative is referred to as Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Projects. To speak about it, we're very lucky that we have been joined by the Senior Project Coordinator, the Government of Balochistan. He is Mr. Shehzad Hassan Jaffar. Hello, Shehzad bhai. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you feeling today?
Wa Islam. Thank you very much, and I'm highly honored to be on this program.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful to have you over here. Not just that, it's a very rare instance that I actually get to meet people who actually have the same name as me. So, assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Jazakallah. Yes.
All right, let's speak more about these initiatives in Balochistan, the Green Balochistan Initiative and the socio-economic development going on in Balochistan. Please take it away.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First, shortly I would like to tell you about what is Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Project.
Sure.
Actually, this concept was conceived in the year 2022-23 by the government of Balochistan and the Pakistan Army, where it was idealized that we should address the issues of a common man of Balochistan on grassroots level. Therefore, various schemes were identified in the year 2022-23, and in 2023, we transformed those issues into substantive projects. And Alhamdulillah, in 2024, we were in the implementation phase. One of the components of this Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Projects is Green Balochistan Initiative, which is around 8 billion rupees, and which would be uplifting the agriculture sector of Balochistan. When I talk about Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Projects, we have bifurcated, rather we have addressed the major issues of a common man in Balochistan, which includes the infrastructure development, the water supply schemes, the dams. The total cost of the Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Project is around 22 billion Pakistani rupees, in which we have phase 1, because we have 2 phases. In phase 1, we have 22 road projects, we have 33 water supply projects, and we have 6 various dams in Avaran and Kalar districts.
Exactly. Now, Shehzad bhai, I think that's exactly what we would want to speak about. Imagine that when we speak about development within Balochistan, we do know that how it has been a very challenging subject. Now, for the government of Balochistan, alongside with the armed force or the Pakistan Army, how well do you think it is being received by the people of Balochistan? And do you think that it is the people of Balochistan which are kept in mind while making sure that we develop infrastructure of Balochistan for them?
It is a very good question, and I would proudly say that when we have initiated this, specifically this Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Projects, it was the people who were so forthcoming that they encouraged us that for the implementation and execution of the projects. And it was the people who encouraged us to go for the phase 2 of Balochistan Socio-Economic Development Projects. So now we are almost into the finalization stage of phase 1, and now we have initiated the phase 2. And like I said, that it was the people, it was the local population who encouraged us, and because I always used to go and visit the sites, and they were so forthcoming that they used to encourage us and used to tell us that, sir, please come, and we should have more of these such initiatives for Balochistan. Yes, there have been issues because it's a large province with difficult terrains. But Alhamdulillah, we received, Alhamdulillah, a very positive response from the local population.
Thank you so much for sharing such a positive, candid view of Balochistan. And speaking more about this, let's talk about the Zob-Varna Road, which is being inaugurated. And how difficult was it to actually make this road in such rugged infrastructure? But how is it actually going to change the lives of the locals living there?
The Zob-Varna Road is one of the road infrastructure project of BSDP Phase 1, Balochistan Socio-Economic. This road would be connecting Balochistan. It would be an alternative route from Balochistan, from Quetta to Islamabad. And you're absolutely right. We had to face issues because due to terrain. But Alhamdulillah, due to the joint efforts of the departments of Government of Balochistan, of the Pak Army, We, alhamdulillah, now the project is is almost it's in finalization stage. 60% has been completed, and by inshallah June 2026, you would be, if you would want to travel to Quetta from Islamabad, this would be the shortest route.
Exactly. Well, that's wonderful, and we hope and pray that the safety of the people is kept in mind as well with all of these delays. But now, sir, let's speak about the challenges that you might have faced, in terms of local governments and whatnot. Imagine that whenever we are to kind of build infrastructure, and first of all, knowing that that our leader over here in the federal is very optimistic gentleman. He wants projects to be delivered right on time. How do you think is the alliance in between the federal government and then the Balochistan government, and how are the local governments making sure that everything is done on time?
I think, alhamdulillah, that all are synchronized.
Alhamdulillah.
Because when the top leadership has a vision, and when it is when it travels down, translate or travel down to the grassroots level, then I think everyone is clear that what has to be done. And alhamdulillah, when this is very dear to me, this initiative, because we have initiated it and now we are in the implementation phase and the finalization stage. So yes, we had issues because as I said, that Balochistan is a huge and large province. You have issues, there are certain issues because when you plan something on a drawing board, it is different. But when you go in the implementation phase, and in terms of Balochistan, because it is a very difficult terrain, so you have to see each and everything. And when we were implementing the Balochistan socio-economic, these projects, we had few issues regarding the terrains because we used to plan everything on Google, but when we went to the implementation phase, but alhamdulillah, due to the efforts of the administrative departments who are the implementing partners, we had a very good synchronization and the projects went very well.
And how do you think that the people of Balochistan will be able to take advantage of this infrastructure which is being built for them? They will have access to the entire country. They could travel by roads now, alhamdulillah, that too safely, do their own businesses. So what are the other benefits that they will be garnering?
For this question, I'll give you two examples. I'll quote two examples. There's a road Nag-Washuk in this. It is around 57 or 60 kilometers. Washuk is a very important town in Balochistan, but due to the lack of road infrastructure, it is disconnected from the rest of the country. So I myself, I traveled there. Now at the moment, if someone has to travel from Washuk to Karachi or Quetta, they have to travel by the rugged terrains or by the riverbed. Means if you have a patient with you, and God forbids if he or she expires, so the local will blame the state for that. So after the construction of that road, Washuk would be connected with the national highway, and it would be easy for everyone of the from the local population to travel to Karachi or Quetta. Another example, there's a city, Sibi, very famous in Balochistan historically. We had a water supply project in Sibi. When I visited there for the last 40 years, that population was lacking water supply facilities. The local population, the ladies, the women, the children, and the cattle, they used to drink water from the same pond. What we did, we gave them water solution, we gave them a solar power tube, we gave them underground tank, and we gave them RO plant, filtration plant. Now they have a water supply scheme at those doorstep. Means now they don't have to travel 2 to 3 kilometers just for the sake of water. Now all is available on their doorstep.
MashaAllah.
All right, and on this note, let's talk about the cultivation of land. What actually piqued my interest is that in such a rugged terrain, how can such large land be cultivated? In the command area 1B, in your project, it was stated that the cultivation of around 300,000 acres will be inducted. So how do you think it's going to happen, and how is it going to change the perspective of Balochistan?
Exactly, you are talking about Green Balochistan initiative. It is one of the component, it is the agriculture component of Balochistan socio-economic development projects. Actually, the idea was that to have a state-of-the-art technology in Balochistan for the agriculture uplift. So what we did, first I would like to emphasize that in 2022, when the floods damaged major infrastructure in Balochistan, the Kachi Canal, which is considered as the future line life of Balochistan, that was also badly damaged, especially the command area. So in Green Balochistan initiative, first we are uplifting the command area in which 100,000 acres would be cultivated. And you can imagine if 100,000 acres is cultivated, how will it bring the revolution in the lives? Then we are giving 333 solar power tubes, water solutions, and drip irrigation system to population in Washuk, in Turbat, in Kolu, and in Panjgur. So yes, we are uplifting the people. There are difficulties, but this agriculture revolution will bring changes in the life of the people.
And
of
it's
Balochistan.
not just the agriculture revolution or probably the infrastructure revolution or the industry revolution. I think what we really need to kind of emphasize on, and I might be talking ahead of myself, which I shouldn't be doing, but now imagine that this means that the footfall is going to increase in
Exactly,
Balochistan,
exactly.
inshallah, and the people of Balochistan will be fairly connected to the rest of Pakistan. How do you think that the facilities as of hospitals or schools have been under consideration, that there needs to be more facilities for people of Balochistan in terms of good hospitals, good treatments, good schools, good universities? Is the government working on that too?
Every initiative that government has initiated or they are planning has its own importance.
Okay.
Like we have BSDP, Balochistan Social Economic Development Projects. Likewise, we have started BSDI, Balochistan Special Development Initiative. So yes, already existing infrastructures are there, and the government of Balochistan is also trying to functionalize those which are dormant or which are not exactly.
So the infrastructure is there,
Exactly.
but it was dormant, so they are being restored.
Exactly,
Wonderful.
restored. And it is, I always endorse the leadership of the current Chief Minister of Balochistan, Sarfaraz Bugti Sahab, that he has been forthcoming in addressing these infrastructure issues or the HR issues where it is needed. And when you come to Balochistan and you see majority of the dormant structures or the schools or these hospitals, they have been reactivated, and the HR has been re-employed, and that has been addressed, alhamdulillah.
Exactly. Well, that's wonderful. And I was supposed to visit Balochistan. I think it was on the 6th of September, but I couldn't, unfortunately. But inshallah, in days to come, I will be there, and I will certainly visit the infrastructure as well. Well, thank you so much, Shehzad sir, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you.